When was the last time you stopped to smell the roses or to look at the beautiful flowers? So, if you've been to Columbus campus lately, perhaps you have been by here. This is the Chadwick Arboretum right outside our Extension Administration building. I hope if you haven't been up lately, then please come up by, walk through the Arboretum. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just across the way are the Chadwick Gardens outside of Cotman Hall. Really cool place to hang out. Sorry, maybe a little don't have the right shade for you to see all the flowers, but I promise you they're really beautiful. So really quickly, I just want to run through this next nest program, new extension supervisor training from the Office of Learning and Organizational Development on influencing, having some positive influence. Well, of course, we can have negative too. We don't want to do that. We're going with positive. So the goals of this really short three segment are to think about the basic premise of influence. What is it about? And then to consider how you might personally approach this. So in this really quick brief, I just want to do a definition and then reiterate that something I've already talked about: building trust, honing your EQ, your emotional intelligence, and then practicing and incorporating diversity, equity, inclusion in everything that we do. So just really quickly, why would we want or need to influence people? Like coaching and motivating, influencing can be a great tool to help if somebody's feeling stagnant or stuck, or if they've outgrown a role, or when they need to find a way to move forward or improve their progress, or maybe they need a wake-up call. My grandfather used to call that a number 12, a big kick in the pants, because he wore size 12 anyway. Influence, what, sheer definition, it's this capacity to have an effect. Now note, we can build our capacity, and we do that by studying, by learning, by watching videos through learning and organizational development. Teresa McCoy, T. McCoy, and her team. So whether coaching or mentoring, let's start out with this. We've got to build trust. We've got to hone our EQ, and we've got to be intentional about diversity. And again, these are repeats. So I'm just going to go through them very quickly, but I want you to remember it because this is the critical part. Building trust, transparency, checking our assumptions when we're working with or talking with someone, showing a little bit of vulnerability, and exercising some humility. Sometimes we get in the management mode. We need to switch to that human mode and learn and work together, co-construct ways to help our folks. Tan Mabor, I love this guy. I've shown him before. Trust isn't something you demand. You build it one step at a time. Jim Kouzes, again, leadership guru. Do what you say you will do, and that will absolutely make the difference in your work. Horsehager, 8 pillars of trust: the clarity, compassion, character, competency. Again, please pause, read these, or go back and read the book. It's fantastic. We read it last year. There's copies here at the administration building if you didn't have one, or if you're new. Commitment, connection, contribution, consistency, little things. There's a lot in this. It's like 4 hours. No, it's 4 weeks of study, but get the basics, put them in your brain. I do it. I go back and remind myself all the time. EQ, again, you know this. How do you know yourself? Are you taking self-assessments, learning about your style? Have you sought critical feedback? Are you doing professional development? Do you have a mission? Do you have mentors? Because the more we know ourselves, the more we can exponentially help other people. It's a real critical approach to any supervising that we may be doing. Again, EQ, that self-awareness, building that so that we can self-regulate and then motivate, have empathy, and have those social skills that we can really make a difference. I know, don't roll your eyes, but I remind myself of this all the time. We only see that small amount. There's a lot underneath that we need. Every time we walk up to talk with somebody, we need to have this in the back of our head. So being intentional, last point on DEI, and then I'll throw a quick approach at you. Recognizing, celebrating, speaking up, empowering people, and then watching for opportunities. And here's it's coaching, it's influencing, it's motivating, starting with the insight. The old results come. We provide insight. We don't tell or prescribe. That's a different approach. That's telling and prescribing. Instead, providing those insights can absolutely then lead to thinking, changing and forming thought habits, which will then influence behavior, and that will produce your results. It's a really simple approach, but we don't always pause to think to do it. Remember the horse tied to, that horse isn't tied to anything. It could walk away, but it thinks it is. Sometimes we have things holding us back, and it's mostly in our own minds. So number one way to influence or help somebody, watch for opportunities. I think I've shared this before, but Crystal Williams, just Google Potential Matters, Crystal Williams. It is a fantastic idea that she shares about when someone recognized potential in her and was able to have a major influence in her life. If you didn't watch it when I recommended it last time, please watch it this time. It is a game changer, powerful stuff. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will see you